people, it's Dante here at the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. No skateboards. Thinking about what inspires me. So first and foremost, I find inspiration all around me. However, some simple things that I consider to be very inspiring are such walks like this. You know, where walking, I find my inspiration, and particularly if I walk along a path like this, which is the Benjamin Franklin Bridge, you know, it provides me with this elevated space. I find the chaos of the cars and the movement of them and the constant flow of traffic to be inspiring. When I see people moving, it inspires me. You know, the construction workers climbing so high, building these impossible things. You know, the train passing by. Movement. So the movement of my body, the movement of others. You know, beautiful grand architecture inspires me. You know, the facade of this church inspires me. The intricate details of the stained glass windows and the way light pierced through them, illuminating biblical stories, truly inspires me. You know, walking in nature inspires me deeply, where I find this connection to the world around me in a much more rich and engaging way. So there's a combination through walking in nature and walking on this man-made incredible steel structure surrounded by chaos that I find to be so inspiring. And you know, other basic things like lifting weights, that inspires me and fuels me with this sense of courage. You know, simply looking up at the clouds and at the night sky, where I remind myself of the time that I spent in Zambia, Africa. I mean, you look up at the stars, you see shooting stars every night. You know, this is something that's lacking within urban cities because of the high pollution and whatever that clouds our skies at night, where we honestly can't see the stars in cities. And I believe this creates you know, maybe more of a lack of imagination amongst people, where I remember looking up at the stars in the village, remote village away from everything. You know, just look up and just ponder about what the hell is out there. I've never seen anything like it. You know, traveling to new places and engaging in new customs and other cultures inspires me. Learning new languages. You know, when I was there, I felt this sense of freedom that you truly don't get in the United States. I believe actually that freedom exists under the thatched roof, but slavery, it's under the ivory tower. And this thought, it's inspiring to me, where the road is endless and there's so much to see and so much to do. Thinking of the world as this open place with infinite possibilities. But I find my inspiration through these walks in nature and here on the Benjamin Franklin Bridge each day. I really do gravitate towards the river. And what's amazing about Philadelphia is the fact that we have both the Delaware River here, separating New Jersey and Philadelphia, and the Schuylkill River on the other side, that I start my day off. And you know, what I also find is the sound of the street Whether it's the movement of the cars, you know, the chatter of people, the laughter, you know, the crying, like everything, all of the ups, all of the downs, and multifaceted complexities of life through the audio and auditory experience, you know, just like listening and just like being present, just like hearing things. I also find the Wanamaker organ here in Philadelphia to be incredibly inspiring. The Wanamaker organ being, I believe, one of mankind's greatest artistic achievements, where I can listen daily, twice per day, at 12 and 5:30, to the world's largest playing pipe organ. This building and the architecture within and outside is just awe-inspiring. When you stand at this eagle statue that is wrought with every feather, wrought by hand and crafted by artisans with bronze, and you look up at this gold facade of the organ and you listen to the musician and the organist playing this incredible music, it invigorates you with power. And I find that the Wanamaker organ, I mean, we are incredibly blessed in the city of Philadelphia with so many great green spaces, whether it's the parks at Rittenhouse Square, Franklin Square, Logan Square, Washington Square, the Schuylkill River Trail, where I find inspiration riding my bicycle. When I ride my bike on the trail and the trees sort of in the breeze and everything sort of just passes by and the path feels endless, it's a similar feeling that I get when I'm walking here. And I mean, just looking out at the chaos and the movement of cars and that train coming by and that truck traveling across the states. Who knows where people are going? Who knows, you know, where everyone's traveling to and from? But to see the city from an elevated position like this, it's so inspiring to look back at City Hall standing tall with William Penn on top, who was the man with the plan that laid out the grid. But, you know, the streets themselves, you know, they fulfill me with the inspiration. You know, just being outside, you know, I think that the inspiration is just right in front of you. And that's how I like to see it, you know, where I'm inspired by these very simple things. I like to watch the pigeons and birds in flight, you know, whether it's the seagulls, the pigeons, whatever. You know, the squirrels in the park. There's this guy who always feeds the squirrels, and it's just amazing. He even made a little bench for them. I always chat with the lady that feeds the birds. I find that studying the patterns of the pigeons, it inspires me, and it also helps me recognizing the patterns in both nature and human behavior to then photograph in this spontaneous, candid way. I believe it actually does help my street photography practice. And so here we are. Look at those construction workers lifting they're repairing that railing there, these railings they're about to install. Hopefully in the summer or sometime soon that side will be open as well, because I like the view from that side actually maybe a little bit more. I don't know, I think both are great. But yeah, elevated views, you know, the clouds that move, the water, calm. These things are inspiring. And just check out the horizon and just look beyond. You know, when I look beyond at the horizon and I see that bridge at the end and I see the trees, you know, I feel the sensation of the breeze. That cold, crisp, fresh air. The movement. Yeah, this is what inspiration looks like.